So before the video begins, I just want to apologize for the audio quality. I have a new microphone, and I think I had the wind reduction mode on, so my voice wasn't as clear as I wanted. So I apologize, but other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. Today we are looking at CNES, a brand that I have featured twice already on the Elegant Oxford Review series, and I'm happy to report that through every iteration, CNES has continued to improve their craft. And I think third time's a charm because this is CNES at their very best. Now, this has actually been a really busy year. I've been traveling for masterclasses across the country. Levi and I have gone from east to west, and we hope to see you at a future class, so please head on over to theelegantoxford.com under the Masterclass tab and check out a class near you. These are just a lot of fun. You get a bunch of Saphir for a really low price and an hour and a half of one-on-one learning the art of shoe shining. Now, depending on when I post this video, we're going to be in Chicago and then driving up to Port Washington, Wisconsin to do a class at the Edmonds Home Factory. And then I will be in Boston and New York and in Texas for even more classes. So let me just interrupt the video here real quick and let you know that we will be with Kirby Allison in Dallas, Texas on Saturday, June 21st, but this week is the last week to sign up. So please head on over to theelegantoxford.com and make sure you reserve a spot in this really incredible and special class. So just wanted to make sure that's in there for all of you to see. So check out the list. We'll probably be coming to a city near you. Now, I had a chance to meet the owner of CNES, Alan Lee, and he actually came to San Diego for a trunk show, and I have a video on that on the channel if you'd like to check it out. But I'm really impressed with CNES. I think Alan is incredibly insightful, and he just knows everything about shoemaking and shoe shining in general. And I really got the impression that he doesn't just care about selling shoes. He actually cares about making a good shoe. And he has told me personally that he's dedicated to making the best shoe possible. All right, this is the shoe, the Aru, which is an Adelaide design. You know, I am a sucker for Adelaides. But right away, just from seeing it, I could tell there were some great improvements from the first two lines that were sent to me over the years. In fact, I still have them. This was version 1 and then version 2. And each time the shoes were getting better as I would receive them. Starting with version 1, a Goodyear welted cap-toe Oxford that I praise for the swan neck design and just for the clean aesthetics for the price. It had a nice beveled waist, which I really appreciated. I think the shoe was really a decent shoe for what you were getting. And version 2, I think, improved on the design, finer details overall. The sole went into more of an experimental yet very nice direction that I really appreciated. This type of experimental heel and this design were quite beautiful and I would say an improvement, even though it's, more outlandish. I really do like it. And new styles, pebbled grain leather, a nice split toe derby. You really can't go wrong with that. So this was an improvement. But here with version 3, you're really getting some sharp work. A nice fiddleback waist, of course, closed channel stitching, some nice toe plates, and a tight heel. And of course, the shoes are hand welted. They are not Goodyear welted. So I really think CNES has hit the stride with this design and this last. Everything looks really elegant, but at the same time, it has this contoured aggression that really speaks to me and helps me to appreciate the shoe a lot more. Even though the old models were great, I feel like the old lasts were not as proportioned. They were less inspired. I feel like in certain areas they didn't look as polished as they could have, but with version 3 here, the Aru just does everything really well. From the proportions, the contours, everything just looks right. And this is what I want to see. I wish I could articulate it better. I wish there was a way for me to scientifically show you what I mean. But when you look at shoes and art, sometimes the eye just sees something that it really likes and it just feels right. And that's kind of what I noticed immediately upon seeing what CNES brought to the table for their updated design. I saw it and it looked more in line with the higher end shoes and making them hand welted, not just adding a nice design on the upper, but making sure that even the edges look really incredible. And there's a flare here at the front, a tight waist, a really nice heel here that's contoured and aggressive. Going back to the waist, I go back to the waist a lot because this is simply an area where people can hide shoddy work. It's really where you can see what the shoe's made of. You can look at its pedigree and really tell, is the shoe all talk or does it really have it where it counts? And the sole is really that place to look. And this fiddleback waist really speaks to me. I mean, it really is aggressive and strong, but also sturdy. I know it's not dainty. It doesn't look like it's going to fall apart on you. It's really, really great work. And I give props to CNES for keeping their original design, going back to that original compass here. It looks really, really great. So, hope you can tell on camera. Sometimes it doesn't pick it up as well, but here's the original beveled waist. It was simply wider, more of a rounded, less defined, less refined version. But then the Aru, I mean, it's just sharper, slimmer, thinner, refined, proportioned much better. So, yeah, I'm glad to see that. Some companies just don't make improvements or they go in the wrong direction, which kind of makes me sad. You think, man, they should go in this direction, and they don't. They go somewhere else, and it makes the shoe just worse. But it really shows me that CNES listens to constructive criticism. They listen to feedback. Like I mentioned in the intro, I really feel like Alan does care about making a good shoe. I spoke to him for hours. We talked. I interviewed him. We drove in the car together for an hour. We went out to dinner. And there was I was just really impressed with the way he views shoes and even shoe shining. I mean, he knew stuff I'd never heard of in shoe shining. He's very knowledgeable and really is a craftsman, a true craftsman. And this shoe is the evidence that he's looked into it and is seeking to continue to perfect his work, his craft. So I'm not going to be shocked when there's an even better improvement to his designs, and we're going to continue to see better shoes coming out of CNES. That's not going to surprise me at all, and I do almost expect that in a few years from now, I'm going to be doing another review with even more improvements. Now, in the spirit of constructive criticism, the only negative really about this shoe that I can think of that I would like to mention, not because I think the shoe's bad or I'm complaining, but just simply so that if my voice is worth anything, maybe I can just offer some insight that I think would probably help improve the shoe. This was dyed by me. When I received the shoe, I added my own personal spin on the patina. I darkened it, made it richer, made sure the shading the juxtaposition between dark and light wasn't as strong. I shaded it more consistently so that the shoe just looks more balanced in many ways. I mean, the colors are still there. Those burgundies, those sharp reds, everything's still really, really nice. I know this is more of a chilly color, but I try to keep the integrity of what was originally designed, just added more richness, more consistency, if that makes sense. The original design was a sharper, kind of more of a cherry red, which I think is just fine. But I think where there could be some improvement is that the shading is too stark. It's very dark here, and then there's a sharp line, kind of like a cutoff, and then the rest of the color comes in. I kind of want to see the shading look more natural, more gradual, so that the juxtaposition, that sharp cutoff isn't too noticeable. Kind of like when you're shading art. You kind of want to make sure it's imperceptible. It goes from dark to light, and you don't even notice how that happened. And that's simply all I can really offer as constructive criticism, even though I really like this color. It reminds me a lot of that cherry from Gaziano and Girling on the St. James too. So I do quite like it. I suspect it was crust leather. Maybe I'm wrong. I forgot to ask. For those who don't know, crust leather comes like this, and then an artist or a factory add their own patina on it. So unlike other leathers that are tanned elsewhere that the shoemaker has no control over, when you do a crust leather shoe, they have more control over the color that you're getting. So since that's true, I would just, offer that insight that if you're going to be adding a patina to a shoe, at this price point, I want to see something a little richer, a little darker, and shaded more so that the shading helps contour the shoe and less of a stark contrast. But that's pretty much it. All in all, just because it's my personal pair that I am actually going to wear, these are actually going to be shoes that I wear. I put them on already, and they fit so well. And that's hard for me. I have a pretty wide foot. That whenever a shoemaker makes a shoe that fits me, I wear them. And so I'm going to dye this shoe to look like this one. And then I'm going to show you how they look on my feet. But all in all, I am really, really happy. You can see it right here in the video. I'm looking at the screen. And that's just a beautiful, sharp fiddleback waist. A nice contour. Everything's clean. And overall, an excellent improvement. Since version 1, I would say, even though I know Allen probably still sells the older versions for a lower cost, I'm happy that this is an option. And during the trunk show, and if you haven't seen that video, you should, Allen did such a great job measuring everyone who came and offering his insight on which styles would be best. And overall, this Adelaide is what I wanted. So, I'm a sucker for Adelaides. What can I say? They're beautiful. They're not a wingtip. They're just a different design that I really, really like. So let's put these on and see how they look on my feet. So overall, the Arus fit perfectly, and I'm really glad that they did, because I have a lot of trouble fitting shoes on this 8EEE foot. Everything looks absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to wear these out. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Elegant Oxford Review Series. It's always fun to have CNES on, and I really hope to have them back in the future.